The main goal of this playthrough is to get to 1 million caps legitimately, without cheats, mods or glitches, with the exception of the companion unlimited carrying weight glitch. And we are going to do all of this in survival mode. This is Barren Wuffet, and this is the story. We're starting off today with a little bit more than 100,000 caps. We have our 7 settlements. We have 6,800 purified water and a total melon production of 768. Today's video is going to be kind of a small tutorial on how to get the best selling and buying prices as well as maximizing charisma. Additionally, we finally get our cap collector level 3 perk, which allows us to invest 500 caps in stores for more caps availability. The strategy for today includes getting all the bobbleheads, clothes and magazines necessary to improve prices as well as maximizing charisma, and also investing in our own stores in order to be able to sell more stuff at once, which is going to increase the speed at which we actually get to 1 million caps. So the first thing that we are going to do is maximize our charisma. Charisma affects not only your speed checks but also the maximum population on your settlements and the prices in stores. In this case, we started this character with 10 charisma and we can increase it to 11 by getting the charisma bobblehead. You can also get the special book in Sanctuary Hills, however, we chose to use it for a different purpose. In order to get this bobblehead, which is located in Parsons State Insane Asylum, you need to start the quest The Secret of the Cabot House, which will give you access to the bobblehead's location. At this point, with 11 charisma, you can further increase it with clothing items. You can find several people on the internet saying that you can maximize your charisma by finding 5 armor pieces with a sharp legendary effect. Although this is possible, it's very hard to get, and it's not realistic for us to get the full set rapidly. Therefore, I'm going to get clothing items that I can get way faster. By completing the Curtain Call quest and saving Rex Goodman from the Super Mutants, you can get the Reginald suit, which gives you a +3 charisma boost. You can get 2 additional charisma by purchasing a hat and glasses. Some examples of these items include the Tripoli hat and the black rim glasses. After collecting these items, we are able to reach 16 charisma at all times. As I said before, charisma affects the maximum population. So the maximum population is calculated by adding 10 to your charisma level. So if we have 16 charisma, the maximum population is going to be 26. Of course, we can further increase charisma temporarily through the use of drugs. However, this will only be useful if you want to increase your maximum population, because the buying and selling prices stop improving at exactly 16 charisma, which is exactly what we have. Of course, we could increase charisma to further increase the maximum population in our settlements, which, as we learned in the last episode, decreases the number of stores that we need per settlement to get the 50 caps a day from the vendors. However, in the end, this is Fallout 4, so not the most stable game ever. So we're not aiming for a massively populated settlement, although that would be really cool. In order to keep our settlement stable without weird stuff happening, we're sticking to the 20-ish population max. At this point, we don't even need the Barter bobblehead and magazines to improve our prices at the stores, but we did it anyway for the sake of completion. The Barter bobblehead permanently grants 5% better prices when buying and selling. This bobblehead is way easier to get compared to the charisma bobblehead. You just need to go to Longneck's Lwoski's cannery, and it's going to be located on a broken terminal in the north office room. The last collectibles in our list are the Tales of Junktown Jerky vendor magazines. Each issue gets the character a level of the Junktown vendor perk, up to a maximum of 8, which decreases the prices of items bought in stores by 3% per level. And I'm going to show you where to find all of the magazines. The first issue is going to be on Big John's Salvage. The second issue is in the basement locker room of 4-leaf fish packing plant. The third issue is on a magazine stand in one of the super duper marts. The fourth one is right next to the Barter bobblehead in Longneck Lwoski's cannery. The fifth one inside the building at Mystic Pines. The sixth one is inside the Gwinnett Brewery. The seventh is inside the pipe tunnel interior cave right at Walden Pond. And the eighth one is on the upper level of Wreck FMS Northern Star. For more information on how to find all the magazines, I'm going to leave some links in the description. Finally, with all this charisma and better prices, you can expect to sell purified water for 16 caps each, which is pretty good considering that every time we go to Sanctuary Hills, we get a fresh batch of 700 purified waters. You can also expect to buy expensive weapons, like the big boy from Arturo for 6,000 caps, and the spray and pray from Cricket for 1,300 caps. Keep in mind that these are the best possible buying and selling prices that you can get. Additionally to all of this, you can also get the cap collector perk in order to improve the prices. As I said, since at this point we are capped in terms of improving prices, there is no point in getting it. However, level 3 of this perk allows us to invest 500 caps in a store, which allows us to increase the amount of caps that our vendors deal with. This is super important for our goal of getting 1 million caps, because this means that every time we want to sell our goods like purified water and ammo to vendors, we will be able to sell more stuff at a time, which will accelerate the whole process. After investing 500 caps in each store in Red Rocket for a total of 3,000 caps, we can now get roughly 6,500 caps at once if we sell to all our stores. Before, we were only able to get 3,500 caps, so it's a 3,000 cap increase. And the greatest thing about this one investment is that it increases the number of caps that vendors deal with permanently. We're wrapping up this episode with 163,000 caps, our 7 settlements, 4,900 purified waters, and a total melon production of 856. With almost a fifth of the way there, we're starting to gain some momentum. After investing in our stores, I feel that this goal is much more closer to reality than before. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of the future developments. And I really hope you have a nice week. See you later.